In this video we check out the Hama Star 63. Can this affordable tripod really live up to expectations? A few weeks ago I launched a video on this channel where I checked out the cheapest tripod available on wish.com, link above if you want to check it out. And spoiler alert, I soon realised after that video that I still need a usable second tripod. Anyway, in that video I also uncovered the Hama Star series of tripods. They cost about the same amount of money as the one I bought from wish.com, but they also are available from reputable camera gear retailers. So I thought I should probably buy one. And I did. So let's go and check it out. This is the Hama Star 63 tripod. Its specifications state that it can hold weights of around 4 kilos or 8.8 pounds and can reach heights of about 1.6 meters or 65 inches. And coming in at only 25 pounds or around 36 US dollars, if those specifications hold up, then this could be an absolute bargain. Let's take a quick look over the tripod, starting here at the top. As you can see, it has a removable plate which can be attached to your camera, and that's super handy. It means if you're in a situation where you need to be able to switch from mounted to the tripod to handheld photography or videography, then you can just pop the camera off, leave the plate attached, and when you need to put it back on again, it just clips straight back in. The plate is held in place by this lever lock mechanism and it really works well. It's easy to remove the camera when you want to take it off. When you want to put it back in, it really feels like it locks in securely and will hold your camera in all situations. The only thing I would say is that the plate used by this tripod is a different size and shape to that used by my other tripods, and that's slightly annoying because it means if I need to switch the camera between tripods, then I have to change the plate. Still, it's no big deal. Anyway, moving down the tripod. The gold standard of tripod heads, at least for photography, is generally a ball head, and this doesn't have one of those. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't necessarily expect it to have one at this price point. This tripod has a three-way tilt head, meaning it has individual joints that control each of the movements. As you can see, there's one here which controls flipping between landscape and portrait orientation, another which controls the rotation of the head, and then finally one at the back here which means you can tilt the head forwards and backwards. And each has its own individual locking mechanism. And the one thing I will say is they all feel very sturdy, and I think they'll really hold my camera securely. The integrated key here, which controls the orientation movement, is solid and does feel secure, and I really do feel that when my camera is mounted, especially in the portrait orientation, that it will hold it safely and securely. Similarly, the wheel on the side here, which controls the pan movement, and also this handle on the back, which can be twisted to unlock the tilt mechanism, feel really strong, and I can't say how impressed I am with the quality that this head seems to provide at this ridiculously low price point. If you're looking to use this tripod for video, then the pan motion itself feels pretty fluid when unlocked, and you can use a little locking mechanism to actually put a little bit of resistance in should you want to do a slow pan with no jolts at all. Moving down, the centre column of this tripod has this ratchet mechanism which can be used to change the height of the tripod, as in to move it up and down. And the great thing is, this handle can be folded away to prevent it getting in the way when you're actually using the tripod to take video or photographs. And the centre column extension can be locked using this collet, meaning that when you do put a heavy camera load on top, you can be pretty sure it's not going to budge or fall down because that will lock it securely in place. This tripod has a couple of great additional features also. For instance, not only does it have one bubble level, but it actually has two, one on the head here and one on the shoulder. I've always been a bit confused by the ones on the head because generally when you put a camera onto the tripod, it gets covered up. But the great thing about having one on the shoulder here is you can at least assess whether the tripod is level to give you a good starting point then to level your camera on top of it. And also, one of my favourite features on this tripod is this handle on the side. When I first unboxed it, I looked at it and didn't really see the point in it. However, the more I use this tripod, the more I realise how useful it is. Not only is it great to be able to carry it around like this when you're not using it, but also when you are, it's easy to reposition. You can just grab it here and shift. Anyway, moving down the tripod, The legs are made of 3 sections, and they are actually constructed of this lightweight but really strong metal. They really give you some confidence that they're actually going to be able to hold whatever load you put on them. They are extended using these chunky lever lock mechanisms, and whilst they're made of plastic, they really do feel like they're quite durable. I don't think they're going anywhere. And finally at the bottom here, you have these little rubber feet, which can be angled, and these will move with whatever environment you put them on, meaning that if you're on a slightly uneven or not flat surface, they will move to ensure that the tripod has a sturdy footing, really giving you great stability from the base up. And the last thing to mention is the tripod did come with a bag. It's of decent quality and will be useful for moving it around. So, does this tripod live up to the expectations that the specifications provide? The short answer is yes. Height-wise, the specifications promise that when fully extended, the tripod could reach heights of around 1.6 meters or 65 inches, which it can. With just the legs fully extended, the tripod stands at about 1.35 meters or 53 inches. However, when the center column is then fully extended, it reaches the advertised height. It's really tall. It's more than enough height for the majority of use cases. It's almost as tall as me. The specifications also stated that the tripod could hold a maximum payload of around 4 kilos or 8.8 pounds. Now my camera setup only comes in at 1.8 kilos or just under 4 pounds, but I can safely say I have no problems about putting it onto this tripod. It feels safe and secure. I don't feel like it's going to fall off at any point in time. This tripod is clearly an excellent piece of kit, especially when you consider the price point. But where does it fit in the market? What is its use case? You get mini tripods, travel tripods and full-on professional ones. What is this? Well, the one thing that I don't think it is a travel tripod. It's pretty chunky, and when fully folded down, it's still pretty big. As you can see, I think you'd really struggle to fit this into an already packed case. That being said, it's not actually that heavy, coming in at 1.5 kilos or about 3.3 pounds, but I just don't think it fits that use case. It's also not really a dedicated video tripod. Whilst it has the panning head, which is capable of producing relatively fluid movement for panning shots and that kind of thing, I think if you really are interested in recording video, you'd probably need something of a slightly higher spec. Undoubtedly you could record panning shots with this tripod, however its movement is a little unpredictable, so you might end up with slightly jerky results. For me, this tripod will be a backup to my main one. It will live its entire life down here in my YouTube studio and really just hold my second camera for those alternative angles. As stated at the beginning of this video, I picked this tripod up for about £23 or $36, and that was inclusive of delivery. If you shop around though, you might find it slightly cheaper elsewhere. If you're looking for something even cheaper, you could check out the Hama Star 61 tripod. That has a maximum working height of 1.5 meters or around 59 inches, and also has a maximum payload of 3 kilos or 6.6 pounds. And it is cheaper. It costs £19 or around $27. However, in my view, I would spend that little bit extra just to get the additional usability and quality. So in summary, if you're in the market for a cheap tripod, be that your first one or in addition to those you already own, then Hama Star 63 is really worth checking out. It has excellent reach, in fact it has more height than most will ever need, and actually feels really well built and of decent quality. Considering the price, I don't think you can really go wrong. Anyway, that's it for today's video folks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider hitting the like button and also subscribe if you would like to see more of my content. If you have any questions or feedback, please leave them in the comments section below. And until next time, have a great day.